Do you feel like your vocabulary just isn't strong enough for the IELTS speaking test, and you're worried that this might hold you back from achieving that high band score? Well, in this episode, I'm going to provide you with some simple yet effective strategies to expand your vocabulary. I will cover several easy methods to learn more words that include reading, idiomatic words, synonyms, movies, and much more so that you can speak more confidently and fluently during your test. Welcome to the IELTS Speaking Fix, the podcast that gets the worried IELTS speaking student ready to enter their university abroad. I'm your host, Dom, an IELTS teacher and expert, and for many years, I've been helping students prepare for a successful IELTS speaking test. By the end of today's episode, you will have some really easy and most useful techniques to grow your vocabulary, allowing you to impress the examiner with your fluent answers so that you can get a great speaking test score. Before we jump into the strategies, let's take a moment to talk about why vocabulary is so important for the IELTS speaking test. Your vocabulary is essentially the building blocks of your communication. The wider your vocabulary, the better you can express your thoughts, ideas, and opinions. So in the IELTS speaking test, this is crucial because you need to demonstrate not just your fluency, but also your ability to use a variety of words accurately and appropriately. But here's the thing, building vocabulary isn't just about memorizing long lists of words. It's about learning how to use words in context, understanding their meanings, and also being able to recall them naturally in conversations. So let's explore some simple methods to help you do just that. So the first strategy is one of the most effective ways to grow your vocabulary, and it's through reading. But it's not just about reading anything, it's about reading regularly and actively. Now, this means choosing materials that interest you and are related to IELTS common topics, such as news articles. You can use blogs, short stories, or even books. So when you come across some new words, don't just skip over them. Take a moment to look them up and understand their meanings. But more importantly, pay attention to how these words are used in sentences. This will help you learn the context in which these words are typically used, making it easier for you to remember and use them in your own speaking. So a useful tip here is to start a vocabulary journal where you write down new words you encounter along with their meanings and some example sentences. Then review this journal regularly to reinforce your learning. Strategy number 2. This is all about idiomatic language and how to master it. So let's talk about idiomatic language, particularly collocations and phrasal verbs. These are phrases and word combinations that native speakers use naturally, and mastering them can significantly boost your vocabulary and, of course, your fluency. Collocations, these are words that frequently go together, like make a decision or take a break. Phrasal verbs are combinations of verbs and prepositions like give up or look forward to. Now, these expressions are often used in everyday English, and knowing how to use them can make your speech sound much more natural and fluent. So the best way is to create a list of common collocations and phrasal verbs and practice using them in sentences. So you can also group them by topic, like work, travel, or education. And to make it easier to recall them during the IELTS speaking test, make sure that you become over-familiar with them. If you're preparing for the IELTS speaking test, I invite you to check out my free online course, The Easy Way to Answer Any IELTS Speaking Part 1 Questions Without Struggle. This easy-to-follow, step-by-step breakthrough course equips you with everything you need to start your speaking test confidently and fluently. The best part? You'll start seeing progress in as little as 30 minutes per day. Take the first step to your IELTS speaking success and download this free course today using the link in the episode description. The third strategy is to actually start using your new vocabulary. As I always mention in all of my other episodes, practice is key, and the best way to solidify your learning is to use new words in conversation as soon as possible. So you need to set aside some time each day to practice speaking English, focusing on incorporating the new words that you've learned. You can do this with either a study partner, maybe a tutor, or even by yourself. Try describing your day, explaining your opinions, or even answering some common IELTS speaking questions, while making a conscious effort to use that new vocabulary. Here's a tip for you. If you don't have anyone to practice with, which many of you may not, you can record yourself speaking and then listen back to see how well you're using those new words. This will also help you identify areas where you can improve. Another great strategy for expanding your vocabulary is to create what we call synonym trees. Now, a synonym tree is a visual diagram that helps you explore different words that have similar meanings. This not only helps you learn new words, but also teaches you the subtle differences between them. And this is crucial for using your vocabulary accurately. So you can start with a common word, maybe like important, and then branch out with synonyms like crucial, vital, significant, and essential. And under each synonym, you can add notes about their specific usage or their nuances. So you can use synonym trees to expand your vocabulary on common IELTS topics. For example, if you're preparing for questions about education, you can create trees for words related to learning, teaching, or studying. This will give you a richer vocabulary to draw from when answering those questions, and particularly in your test. And our final strategy today is a great way to build your vocabulary, and that's by engaging with content that's created by native speakers. This could be anything from watching English movies and TV shows to listening to podcasts or YouTube videos on topics that really interest you. So when you engage with native content, you're not just learning new words, you're also learning how these words are used in real-life contexts. This can be incredibly helpful for understanding the nuances of word usage, helping you to understand slang, and also idiomatic expressions. And all of these are really valuable for the IELTS speaking test. But remember, while you're watching or listening, to note down any new words or phrases that catch your attention. Then try to use them in your own sentences to practice. Let's quickly recap the simple ways you can use to grow your vocabulary for the IELTS speaking test. Read regularly and actively. Choose materials related to common IELTS topics and keep a vocab journal. Master idiomatic language. Learn and practice collocations and phrasal verbs to make your speech more natural. Practice speaking with a focus on your new vocabulary. Use your new words in conversation daily. Build synonym trees. Create visual diagrams to explore synonyms and their nuances. Engage with native content. Learn how words are used in real-life contexts by watching movies, listening to podcasts, etc. So by consistently applying these strategies, you should see a significant improvement in your vocabulary. This will boost your confidence, and it will definitely help you to achieve that high band score that you're aiming for. That's it for today's episode of the IELTS Speaking Fix. I hope these tips help you feel more confident in your ability to grow your vocabulary and succeed in the IELTS speaking test. In the next episode, I will be talking about how to handle those unexpected questions with ease. So make sure to join me. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, share it with your fellow IELTS students, and stay tuned for more tips and strategies. Thank you for listening, and remember, building your vocabulary is a journey, so take it one step at a time. Keep practicing, Stay positive and believe in your ability to achieve your goals. Until next time, keep pushing forward and good luck with your IELTS preparation. If you're preparing for the IELTS speaking test, I invite you to check out my free online course, The Easy Way to Answer Any IELTS Speaking Part 1 Questions Without Struggle. This easy to follow step-by-step breakthrough course equips you with everything you need to start your speaking test confidently and fluently. The best part, you'll start seeing progress in as little as 30 minutes per day. Take the first step to your IELTS speaking success and download this free course today using the link in the episode description.